Hi friends, this is the much awaited video about Rahu and Ketu. And before I begin, I must tell you that to stay in tune with more of my videos, please like and subscribe my channel and share it with people whom you think need it the most. And here we go with what is Rahu and Ketu all about. Okay, so let's begin with the Rahu Ketu video. Before we start, I just like you to know what is Rahu and Ketu all about. Well, Rahu and Ketu are north and south nodes of the moon, and they are known as the shadow planets, and this is where all the eclipses happen. So, depending on your birth chart and how Rahu and Ketu were placed around the moon, a lot of things can be determined. Also, that Rahu and Ketu will always be 7 houses apart from each other. They will never be together. And Rahu and Ketu are always in retrograde motion. They are never direct. They can never be direct. So that's a little bit about Rahu and Ketu. And Rahu, as a matter of fact, is the shadow planet which deals with all your obsession about this life. Like we all have certain sort of an obsession in our life, okay? And depending on the house where Rahu is placed, that becomes the most strongest obsession of your life. For instance, if Rahu is placed in your 5th house, you will be obsessed with children. Whether you have your children or not depends on any other factors as well. But you will invariably look out to do something for children. You would want, if you have children, you will definitely, the whole entire focus of your life will become your children. So that is the reason why Rahu becomes an obsession wherever it is placed. Because Rahu is full of illusions. It is something which you have not achieved in your previous life and which you need to achieve in this life. So it'll invariably make you think about it all the time. And when you're constantly thinking about something, you become obsessed with it. Okay. So Rahu is all about your obsession. Rahu is what you really want to do. It is full of your desires, and your desires are basically nothing but your illusions. So you will definitely want to do something about it. Even if somebody tells you, no, this is not possible, but you will still go ahead and still do it because that is what you want, right? So Rahu is all about your obsession. It's all about your illusions. It's all about your desires, and how it's placed, where it's placed is where your entire focus will be. Ketu, on the other hand, is something which you've already taken care of in your last life, and you will not be bothered about it in this life. As in, even if you have those things, you will still not care much. For instance, if it's placed in your marriage house, okay, so if Ketu is placed in your marriage house, you will not really think about marriage, and you will not obsess over it. And even if you have your marriage, you will fulfill the marriage as a duty and not be so much bothered about it. You don't really care, because what happens is, if you've got something, for instance, if you're really very hungry and you've eaten, okay, would you, after eating something and something of your favorite comes in front of you again, would you eat? You have a full stomach. You will not eat. Even for the taste, you will not eat. Why? Because you've already fulfilled that. The same is for Ketu. Ketu, wherever it is placed, it will bring up too much of a wisdom in that house. And Ketu is a spiritual planet, and it will make you very spiritual depending on the house that it's sitting on. So Rahu and Ketu basically are the two factors which invariably will revolve around your entire life. So that's all about Rahu and Ketu, and I hope I made some clarity over what Rahu and Ketu is all about.